Hi, my name is Aidan. I'm here from Mini Arcade Systems. It was a company that was built in 2017 from the love of retro gaming. As a kid, I loved nostalgia gaming. So what we did was we went across the world, we found out the best products and the best combination of software and hardware to make the perfect gaming experience. All our products are with a year guarantee. They're built from the ground up and are plug and play with no Wi-Fi needed. From pinball machines, to tabletops, to consoles, to full-size arcades. We also have a barcade and so many other products for you to choose from. If you have purchased a machine and you want to know how to use the machine, today we'll be explaining how to use it. These are retro arcade pinball machines, but they're virtual pinball machines. So you don't usually have the problems like the ball getting stuck or problems with the pneumatic or hydraulic systems. But as well as that, you have the same quality as a pinball machine. We have the old school retro graphics on the side. We have the Indiana Jones style and we have the Star Wars style. We have two different sizes in stock. One size is slightly smaller than your average pinball machine, and then we have a full pinball machine. On this machine there is over 1100 games built in. So with a press of a button you can actually change the pinball machine underneath and you can change the graphics on top. It also has the flippers you can use on the right and left hand side as usual, a tilt mechanism as well that's built into the system. It also has a coin mechanism, but kind of what we usually want to use them for is mostly tokens. But it's perfect for any man cave or office space. On this machine, this is kind of like the daddy of the pinball machines. You've got the lights in the speakers, built into the speakers. You've got a lighting mechanism underneath. Also, you have the different swinging lights that come on when you hit a certain score on certain games. This one is 4K quality. As you can see, there's the Twilight Zone on at the moment, but there's lots of different games which I'll show you shortly on the system and how the system runs and how it works and how easy it is to play. As you can see, the whole screen changes. There's 3 screens involved. You've got the bottom screen, the middle screen and the top screen. With the left flipper and the right flipper, you can actually see what game you want to pick. When you actually pick on the game, you will press the start button. When you press the start button, it will ask you whether you want to play the game. It'll tell you some information about the game. It'll ask you whether you want to add it to favorites. It'll ask you to rate, but as well as that, you can actually, with the flipper buttons again, you can actually go down and you can go to lists. Now if you press on lists, you just press the start button again. You've got all these different modes. There's 1107 tables altogether. And you can actually just flip through the modes and pick the mode you would like. For instance, we'll go on to 90s tables. We'll press the start button again, which is the top right hand side. Press this button and it will actually go through all the 90s. And what you can actually do is with the flipper buttons, which are on your left and your right, you can go through the system again. If you actually pick the game you want, just say for instance, we go for Rocky. And we press the start button again. It'll ask us to play the game. We press the start button one more time. Now when you go into this, it just takes a couple of seconds to load. What you will have to do is press the coin button to activate the credits. But if you'd like to use a coin mechanism, then you would actually put the coin in to get the credits up on the screen. And as you see, as it comes up, it lights up, and then you would press the coin. The sound would also come on. And this is where we'd actually put the coins in and press the start button. To launch the ball, you would actually pull back like the pinball machine and launch the ball. and away you go. If you don't like that game anymore, what you can actually do is just press the exit button, which is bottom right. Press the exit button and we go back to the menu. Here we have the coin mechanism. As we said before, it can be used for a token or coins. This is to push the ball through the machine like the old pinball machines. The start button is if you want to go into a game and if you want to start a game, or if you want to go into the modes. The coin is if you do not want to use the actual coin mechanism, and with a press of a button, the credits will come up on the screen. The exit button if you want to leave the game or if you want to leave the menu. These buttons on the left hand side are all the tilt buttons. This will actually make the machine, like the old school pinball machines, will actually like a tilt. So you can actually tilt to the left, to the right, or up and down. We have the flipper buttons, which makes the flippers go up and down. And this also is like a tilt mechanism as well. So when you actually turn on the machine, well actually you'll be able to go through the games again using the flipper buttons that are on the left and right hand side. And as you go through the system, the graphics change. There's actually also 4 different styles of graphics on this machine. So with the flipper buttons you can go left and right. When you want to go into a game, you will press the start button, which is on the left hand side, which you'll be able to see. When you press the start button, it will ask you if you want to play the game. If you like to play the game, you press start again. And it takes a couple of seconds to load. When this actually loads, there's a coin button which will give you credits for the game. But if you'd like to use a coin mechanism, you can. And you can put different coins in and you can put different tokens in. If you want to launch the ball, you would actually press the launch button. When you want to exit a game, the far right, press the exit, and it'll go back to the index. If you'd like to see what games are on the system, which there's 327 tables actually on this system. So if you say go on a game again, you press the start button, and then you can come down to using the flipper buttons. You can see what you want to rate the game, add to favorites, and then you have lists. The lists, if you'd like to go into, is the lists of all the pinball tables on the system. So as you can see, you can go through the system from the 70s, 80s, 90s, modern tables, and then so on. Here is the front of the larger pinball machine. As you can see, it's the Star Wars style graphics. On the left hand side we have the start button, which will go into the game and also start the game. The coins you can use, and the coins will come up on the screen. You could also use different coins with this slot. You can actually use tokens and coins. To change this, you would open this part, and on this side it has a coin inside. If you actually just take that coin out and put a different coin in, it will take the size, the shape of the coin you put in. So every time you put a coin through this, it would actually, a credit would come up. But you would also have to change the settings inside the machine, which is really easy. It's just on the software part. On the left hand side you would have the launch. This is the launch of the button. And obviously if you want to leave a game or you want to leave the menu, you'll press the exit button. Pretty simple to use. And then on the side we have the flipper buttons, which will be the black buttons, the first one, as you can hear. And then what we'd have is the tilt button. This would actually move the screen like the old school pinball machines, where you push the machine and it tilted slightly, well now you have a button. It's on both sides and it does sometimes help in the gameplay. We also have custom keys which are made for every pinball machine, and they'll be custom to your machine. We have a subwoofer that's built underneath the larger of the pinball machine, which gives just a crystal sound and surround sound for the system. The larger machine as well has a built-in PC which can be connected to Wi-Fi, and in the future you can download different pinball games and you can actually play different people around the world on the pinball machines using your Wi-Fi. We also in stock have custom made bar stools which is swivel, as you can see, and we have different colours and they are on sale on our website as well, miniarcadesystems.com.